Hey guys, it's your boy, back at it again with another update video, and as the title says, there are going to be some changes being made. And no, I'm not canceling anything, and none of the changes being made are bad, so no need to worry about anything. Now, one of the first changes being made is that I will not be making any more tier list videos. I'm not very good at them, as proven by my most recent one. And no, it has nothing to do with any of the negative feedback that video received. It's more of me coming to the conclusion that I shouldn't do them anymore. Not only do a lot of my tier lists have some really bad takes in them, like my Sonic tier list, but they're also completely unscripted, which leads to me stumbling over my words and saying shit that doesn't make any sense. Now I know what you're going to say. It's a tier list. You shouldn't have to script yourself. And you're right. But there's also another problem. I can't talk good. You might have noticed this in some of my Let's Play videos. It was one of the reasons that I gave myself a script to go off of for my update videos, but for a while I stopped because I didn't think they felt really genuine and sounded more like I was just reading stuff off a script, which is very accurate to what I was actually doing. So I settled for giving myself pointers instead, which helped somewhat, but it still didn't stop me from either repeating myself or still stumbling over my words. So now I'm going back to scripting my update videos for that reason, starting with this one. Now, back to what I was saying about tier lists. Someone made a good point and said that I need to run off of a script or pointers because I contradicted myself a lot during a tier list video. So thanks, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that so as to not butcher it like crazy. So I'll just show your name right here. And because of that, I was going to actually continue to do the tier lists and even make a new one on the FromSoft games with different tiers and have pointers and a bit of a script to go off of. But the more I thought about doing that, the more I thought, why not just do a ranking video instead since you're going to be going off a script anyway? So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to redo the FromSoft video in ranking form. I will of course wait until I have beaten the Shadow of the Erdtree DLC so that I can review Elden Ring in its entirety. Not to mention I did the tier list before I even finished replaying Dark Souls Remastered. I still stick to what I said, but I still should have waited on that. Plus, I hadn't even replayed Dark Souls 2 yet, so yeah. I will admit a few things about that tier list. I used words that were a little too strong to describe the likes of Dark Souls Remastered and Dark Souls 2. Obviously, Dark Souls Remastered is not a masterpiece. I mainly use that word because I consider it one despite its flaws. And yeah, I shouldn't have used garbage for Dark Souls 2, considering that I don't even think it's really that bad. It certainly is nowhere near on the same level as Dark Souls Remastered or the rest of the series, but it sure as shit is not garbage. What was I thinking? I do mean what I say about all of the other games, though, apart from Demon's Souls. I'll save my updated thoughts on that game for the future ranking video. I'm also going to take this moment to apologize to anyone I may have given a bad impression to. I did let some of the comments get to me a bit, and I shouldn't have. It's something about me that I'm trying to fix. I only just now got to the point in my life where me and Invader can talk Sonic without trying to rip each other's throats out over our differing opinions. I will try to do better going forward regarding how I handle comments in the future, and I hope that if you're one of those people I responded to, I hope you stick around to see what's in store for the future. So yeah, I'm going to start doing ranking videos for stuff from now on. I know I said a long while back, approximately a couple years back, that I was going to do a ranking video on all the Assassin's Creed games. I'm still going to do that. I just need to replay some of the other games to get fresher perspectives on each one. Thankfully, I'm already doing the Road to Black Flag marathon, so 5 of them are being covered as we speak. On top of that, I still haven't finished Odyssey, so I will still have to do that before I even think about doing the ranking video. I'm also thinking about doing rankings for some of the older tier lists I've done, not counting the Spider-Man games one, considering what I'll have to resort to in order to actually do the ranking video, so look forward to that in the future. I'm even thinking about doing rankings on movie franchises, which I think will be a lot of fun. I also kind of want to do some other types of videos as well, like retrospectives for example. I have one in mind for a particular game, but I'm not going to give away what game it is. If you know me, you might be able to guess. Now on to other things. I have some good news regarding Sonic Adventure 2 Abridged. It is still happening, for one, because I am bound and determined to do it. For 2, me, Invader, and Linnea have already finished the scripts for the first 2 episodes. We did this in one sitting and had a blast doing it. I can tell you it's going to be a really fun series, and I think it might end up being better than Sonic Adventure Abridged, since it's already starting out with 2 amazing writers helping me instead of only getting one of them after the first episode dropped. I haven't yet started working on the episodes yet, since I don't have all of the lines needed for both episodes just yet, but I will tell you what I'm planning to do. I want to work on both of these episodes at the same time, so that I can get them both out around the same time, so people aren't waiting a super long time for them. I'm determined to not make this go on for almost 3 years like the first series did. I want to try and finish it this year as well, but I'm not going to push for that, since that'll require me taking out the whip on the voice actors, which I'm not going to do. So yeah, sorry, no release date yet regarding it. I won't be doing that until both episodes are ready to come out, just like I did with the last episode of Sonic Adventure Abridged and FNAF 2 Abridged. Plus, I'm debating on using new editing software for the series, so that might make it take a bit longer. DK did suggest a really good one that he uses for his videos, so I might go with that. Now, speaking of abridging, you may have heard me in passing toying with the idea of abridging certain other games as well. However, whenever I think about revolving an entire plot around some of the fun little ideas I have in passing, I find myself getting overwhelmed. That's why I came up with an idea. Cut that out. What if I just abridged certain parts of those games and didn't worry about building an entire plot around them instead? I even came up with a name for it, Abridged to Pieces. And how I'm planning on going about this is writing out short little skits involving certain parts of said game and sending out the lines for each one. Then I can upload the short little video to YouTube for your enjoyment, and when I'm done with those bits for each respective game, I can mash them all together in one video. This way you're not waiting a super long time for the whole thing, and I don't have to spend too much time editing them considering how short they'll be. And I can get a lot of these fun ideas out of my head and put them into action without too much commitment. That's what resulted in so many canceled projects in the past, after all. Also, before I leave off here, I want to talk about something else as well, and that's regarding my Let's Plays. I'm not stopping them or anything, but I've realized that I'm doing way too many Rage games back to back. Like, I finished Demon's Souls to move on to Dark Souls 1 and then Elden Ring, and on top of that, I'm even planning on doing Dark Souls 2, Bloodborne, and Dark Souls 3. And on top of that, I'm even going to try and do a no-death run of Sekiro. And all of these Rage games back to back to back is not good for me. The Rage gets to be a little too much, and I end up not being in a good mood for most of the day. That's why I got back to Assassin's Creed 2 instead of moving on with Elden Ring right away. I don't like getting angry. It's not my favorite thing to do, but I know how entertaining it can be to watch, and I even find myself enjoying my past Rage while editing. So don't worry, I'm not just gonna stop doing Rage games. I'm just gonna chill out on the sheer amount of them I'm putting out for my sake. I'm also gonna chill out on working on content so much. That's why you've seen me go from 2 videos a week to 1 video a week. This way, I can have some time to relax. I don't give myself a lot of that since I practically force myself to make content because I feel obligated to do so, acting like it's my job or something when it's not. I make no money off of this, and have no intention of making money off of this, given how shitty making money off of YouTube has proven to be for a lot of people. Oh yeah, I said I was gonna do a Let's Play of Rise of the Ronin, and you have seen nothing on that game, and I have yet to make another Dragon's Dogma 2 video. I do have my copy of Rise of the Ronin, so I really have no excuse for that one. As for Dragon's Dogma 2, I don't know, I haven't really felt like returning to that game. Guess I got burnt out on it really quickly. I might decide to do Rise of the Ronin alongside Elden Ring so I could have a game to fall back on when I'm tired of the rage. Here's to hoping that game isn't rage-inducing. Alright, now I think that's it. I hope that this cleared things up for a lot of people, and I hope that you are all excited for some of those changes that I'll be making, and I hope you guys are excited for Sonic Adventure 2 Abridged, since that's the one that I've been waiting to do ever since I started this series. So with that, thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, take care everybody.